Yo. Hello everyone. My name's Abigail King, also known as Fable, and today I'm trying something new. And by something new, I mean throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And by that, I mean marketing your own shit is hard. So, for context, for the last 2-ish years, 3 once we hit May, I've been working on my webcomic Falling to Far, a half science fiction, half fantasy story that follows our title character, Far, the big guy you see me drawing right now, along with a small group that is our main cast. Far is a celestial body. You know all the big shit floating in space? Planets, stars, nebulas, black holes. Those are all celestial bodies, and Far specifically is a planet. The story begins with 2 young celestials, the twin stars Anino and Elo, falling down to Far's surface. Because, falling to Far. The title's a pun, if you haven't figured that. Anyways, they fall to Far's surface, where they meet Ryder, a Farling mortal and librarian. A librarian with pretty extensive knowledge of Far, and given that knowledge, the young stars enlist Ryder in assisting them with inspecting and speaking to Far. And the story goes on to explore both the fantasy world and the characters living within it. It's a fantasy world of adventure, drama, found family, accepting and healing from past traumas, and even some themes of forgiveness, plus some hidden themes as well that I won't spoil just yet. And of course, there's going to be fun mysteries and twists, and me making the excuse to make a fun fantasy world, and I cannot be stopped. Insert evil laugh here. Mind you, guys, this has been the most ambitious project I've tackled, being that it's been the longest project I've attempted. Because in the past, I've tried starting 3 to 4 webcomics in the past, all of which, haven't really panned out. I don't particularly feel bad about that because during the time I was trying to start those comics, don't think I was I don't think I was ready for that kind of commitment. Because that's what making a webcomic is. It's a commitment. I'm 2 years in and still within the first arc of the story. I am still very early in the story that's just how it is, especially if this isn't a full-time thing. I can't commit this full-time because I have a full-time job. So, I'm figuring out balancing this with work and life. So I have to eat, sleep, and do the dishes in between all of this. Honestly, I see other webcomic artists who have been working on their stuff for like 10 plus years. 10 plus years. It makes so much sense now, honestly, and I'm still 2 years in, and this is likely going to take many years more of my life, which I am okay with. I think I'm ready for that now. But on top of that, there's figuring out marketing and advertising. If you want more people to see your stuff, which I do. So yeah, I'm trying out doing an art process video of my comic. Thank God for Procreate for having built-in recording feature. And yeah, trying it out, bring it to YouTube, hope to reach a wider audience. I have no idea how well this will work out and if I'll even be able to commit to this with schedule and life. Oh, hello, Cat. Cat has entered the room. But I can at least say I've tried making one, and if it does turn out to bear results I'm hoping for, then yeah, I'll see about doing more of these. But till then, art and wait, how much more do I? We're not even. Oh god, I have to think of more of what to say. Oh no, we're on the second page. Okay, well, I may as well go off script now. So, fun fact, the character Far originally, I think his earliest iteration was I think I made him in 2019. He'd been inspired by a character from the game Plague Tale Innocence, that was it. The character was, I don't remember the character's name, but he was the big hooded night guy. He was one of the evil guys. He just looked really cool, so that inspired one of the first iterations of Far. And Far obviously has changed very much since then, but it's fun thinking back to those origins. Speaking of origins, the art style for my comic, which is mostly a lineless, and mostly I block as you can see, I do sketch layer, then I block everything out in colors, and then I add lines for details and whatnot. But for the most part, it is a lineless art style, which I didn't start doing that until 2020. And I'm trying to remember what the reason for or what started me on it, because it wasn't like I had seen anything in particular. I think I was doing fan art or something. What was it? Oh, it was some fan art that I'd been doing that I was having trouble doing with just regular line art. So I think I just had the epiphany to just, hey, let's try this with just blocking it out in color, which it worked. And then I just kept doing this, just doing everything in just colors instead of just line art, which I've enjoyed. And this is in no way bashing against line art. Line art is fun when it is fun, at least for me. But I've come to really enjoy just doing this sort of blocked out colored art style that I do now. It, if I had to describe it, it kind of feels almost like, how do I put it? It almost kind of feels like carving. If I had to compare it to anything of what it feels like carving, just because you're putting a bunch of color in or erase, you're blocking in the shapes, or in sometimes it's erasing, it's blocking in, erasing. This is what happens when I don't have a script. I keep but we're just gonna have to live with that because I am not writing a script for this amount of time of a comic. Uh, but yeah, 2020 was when I started doing the lineless color, and it's been very fun doing that. And it's only been since 2024 that I've actually been working on backgrounds, because backgrounds are hard, and I like drawing characters. I don't want to draw backgrounds, but I know I have to draw backgrounds because I'm making a comic where you have to fucking it's a comic. It's a web comic about a fantasy world with fantasy settings and fantasy areas and cities. And you gotta draw the backgrounds. You have to make the establishing shots so people know so people know where the characters are. But I don't wanna. But anyways, so I've what's the term? I've bit bit the bullet. I've started doing classes online on how to do backgrounds, because backgrounds are so hard for me. I cannot describe how difficult they are. And and God bless doing a webcomic. I will say, if you ever want to improve your art style and just need something like, because here's the thing, and every artist you ask will tell you this: the best way to get better at art is to keep drawing. But sometimes that's hard because you got to give yourself something to keep drawing. I would say a webcomic, or just a comic in general, doesn't even need to be something you post. Just, it's a good thing because it's a continuous thing that has you keep drawing. And this has had this by far. Holy smokes! If you see that where this comic starts, and I will provide links in descriptions. I will provide links to said comic if anyone decides to read it. I hope you do. It's really good, and I'm really proud of it. But it's been 2 years, and I can say this is not me even being like, haha, look at me, I'm so great. I mean, I am great because I'm building my freaking confidence. But 2 years, I've improved so much just because I've been working on this webcomic. It's kept me drawing. It's kept me trying new things each time. Like, just through these 3 pages that I've put up, I'm trying something different in each one. In the second one, I was trying, instead of doing the characters first in the coloring stages, I colored up the background first. In this one, what was I doing different in this one? I was doing something different with the little diamond shaped thing. I don't have a name for it. I should get a name for it. I was also trying to figure out this weird tongue situation that this character is called a collector. I based them off weevils, because have you ever seen an acorn weevil? Oh my god, they're so fucking cute. And I wanted to give them a weird tongue to grab things, because I thought that'd be cute. Oh wait, we're already at the end? Fuck!